One of the key reasons why the Jaguar XE platform never tends to stick around for very long once one is in our collection is because of its obvious advantages. On the one hand, you have superb fuel economy, and we'll get to that in a second. Of course, especially in 2025 with things like tax on cars going way up, across the board this car saves so much money over newer or equivalent priced vehicles from its time. But here's the key: because the styling is every bit as classy as the XF, it means that you get to have a car which is practical, in fact in many ways as practical as a small runabout or a hatchback, but with the upmarket badge, of course the upmarket ride, and certainly the upmarket styling inside and out, as well as kit of a proper Jaguar. Being as this one is of course an R Sport trim in possibly the best colour choice for one of these, of Italian Racing Red. It's a 2018 car in particular, and it's under £11,000, which if you look at this car you would never guess a price like that. It still looks as good as it did when it was new, and with barely 75,000 miles on the clock, well, it's no wonder why it still looks so good. Of course it comes with the same 2-litre diesel engine which you can find in many of the best XFs of this facelift generation as well, with 320 foot-pounds of torque, but that means you can average over 50 miles to the gallon, which again goes back to the hatchback comparison, except here you have a full-size car with great looks, certainly in, again, R Sport trim with red to boot, but it's a proper full-size executive car with plenty of room. As you would hope for, of course, it has a full service history behind it, still has its 2 keys intact as well, and it's very, very well equipped. Dual zone climate control, Bluetooth connectivity, of course cruise control as you'd expect, parking sensors, USB is ready to go as well, and the real cherry on the cake, to go with that Italian Racing Red colour, is of course its yearly road tax. Especially now in 2025 when many petrols and diesels, but certainly a lot of newer cars are being very heavily taxed, this one still gets away with £190 a year road tax. So in other words, you're saving on price, certainly compared to when it was new in 2018, you're saving a huge amount on tax versus other cars on the market, and because of that fantastic economy, you're saving on fuel potentially every day, depending on how you plan to use the car. So if you are considering a Jaguar, or perhaps more specifically an XE, of course you could reach out regarding this exact example by sending us an email to the address shown here on screen, or of course you could give us a call on 01749 871 155 or via our mobile number of 07482 267 439.